concept, just please listen. So our next concept, transaction. Okay, transaction is nothing but every day you are going to transact something from your phone pay or Paytm or Google Pay. Okay, so this is called a transaction. For example, let's take he is going to send me he is going to send me 1,000 rupees in his account. 50,000, 50K in his account he is having. I have 14K in my account. Okay, when he sent 1,000 rupees to me, what is my updated balance? 15K. What is his updated balance? 49K. You know maths or not? 49K. Okay, so this is called a transaction. He transacts some amount from his account to my account. Okay, in this process SQL will make sure, for example, if the transaction failed from his side but amount deducted, it is not received by me. In my account the amount not received. Clear? In this particular case, after some time again that amount will go back to him. Okay, again the amount will be credited to his account. Clear? So that's called the transaction failure. Okay, in this transaction, from starting from the transaction to the ending to the transaction, everything is perfect, everything is constant or not, everything is like having a security concern or not. Okay, to make sure that this transactions operations or this transaction function will helpful in SQL. Okay, see here two transactions we need to write. When he is sending some money to me in his account, minus arithmetic operation we need to write. 50,000 minus 1,000, the output value is 49,000. In my account, arithmetic operator plus we need to use to update the set. Okay, update set wherever Ajay is total amount is there plus 1,000 rupees. So 15K. Here also operation is happening. There also operation is happening. Once the transaction done, it will be saved in history. History is there, na? Google Pay history, Phone Pay history. It will be saved in that history. If the transaction failed also, it will be saved as failed. Okay, it is sending some alert. So this concept is nothing but transactions concept. Clear? So entire process, whether the process is accurate, whether the process is happening in a proper step, if not, stop it there itself. If not, if the transaction got failed, send the money back. Sometimes what will happen, transaction done but you don't have a receipt. Few times when you are having network issue but amount sent, SQL statement in your account executed, in the other person accounts also executed. Clear? At that case, it will again redirect to, after when you are getting the internet back, it will automatically redirect to the back statement like success, transaction success. So to ensure this particular flow of operation, to ensure this flow of operation is consistent over a database or tables is nothing but transactions in SQL. When you are inserting some value, it is automatically backend. What will happen? Automatically there is a command called auto commit. Auto commit will be enabled by default in SQL. Okay, auto commit will be enabled by default in SQL, which will make sure the insert statement, you are going to insert some value, you are going to update some value, whether it is accurately updating in the database or not. That is called the transactions concept in SQL. Clear? We'll go with the next slide. A comprehensive guide. What is a transaction? A transaction is a logical unit of work that contains of one or more SQL statements which must be executed together. He is having one SQL statement, I am having one SQL statement. When the transaction is happening, both of the statements at once needs to be executed. Then only my account updated with 15K, his account updated with 49K. That is what? If you are working with this kind of two multiple SQL statement execution at once, this transaction will help you to keep the transaction in a proper format. Clear? So here all or nothing. Either complete the payment, send the money. Otherwise, fail the payment, get the money back. So in these only two cases we have. Amount will be struck in between the bank. Server issue, it will get struck. After 2 to 3 days, it will get back again. Okay. Either the transaction needs to be completed or the transaction needs to be failed. Only two cases we have in this transaction. One is all success, one is all fail. Clear? Why do we need transactions? Deduct money from account A, add money to account B. Account A, account B. Deduct 1,000 rupees, add 1,000 rupees. So that's what the example. Without transaction, succeeds and steps 2 fails. Data inconsistency. What will happen? From his account, money deducted, but it is not received by me. But still it is showing amount deducted. In that cases, this transaction, if you are not applying transaction, you will not get message like transaction failed or transaction success, or your account will not be updated. Okay, all state banks, Andhra banks, whatever the banks will be having this transaction statement on back of it. Clear? Clear now? Then with the transaction, what will happen? It either both steps happen successfully, like both the transactions done, both accounts updated. Otherwise, both will be seen. It will ensure. That is called a consistency. Data consistency means maintaining proper record without fail. Clear? And then the most important interview question, must asking important interview question is acid properties. Acid properties. In this, A means atomicity, C means consistency, D means durability, I means isolation and durability. We'll discuss one by one. Okay? Acid properties. They will ask you a question, what do you mean by acid properties? Then you need to say atomicity, consistency, isolation and durability. First we'll go with atomicity. Atomicity is nothing but if the transaction success, please make sure both ends the history is updated. Like transaction successful. If the transaction fails, make sure both ends update transaction failed. Okay? So this atomicity will take care of the transaction details. It is nothing but history. Okay? In our SQL database, history is nothing but the updating record. Clear? And then consistency. Database moves from one valid state to another. All constraints are preserved. For example, when you are doing this transaction, suddenly in your database, primary key will change to one more, like every transaction will be having one primary key now. If the primary key repeated multiple times, okay, it's not a consistency. Primary key must be unique. If the same transaction updated 2 times in your history, is it valid? This consistency, this C will take care of it. It should not update multiple times. Okay? It should not update multiple times. If it is update multiple times means he sent 2,000 rupees to you. That means. Clear? And then isolation. Multiple transactions do not interfere. At once, multiple transactions you can't do. If I'm paying to him, I can't pay to him. This will make sure you are not paying from different accounts. For example, when this particular thing is helpful. See, both of you are applying from same debit card. You are going to buy something in Amazon. Both at once trying to pay by using your card. In that cases, this I will make sure this transaction separate, this transaction separate. It will not interfere both of them. For example, we both are ordering something from Amazon at once with one card, one Canara Bank card. At once, we are paying at once. This particular I will make sure her transaction is different, my transaction is different, it will not interfere. It will not collide, and my details to her account, her details to my, it will not come. Okay? Clear? So that's one thing. And the durability. Once committed, data persists. Means once done, once the payment success, update it. Don't change by any cost. You can't delete your history in Google Pay. Is it possible to delete history in Google Pay? Phone Pay? No, we can't. Even though if you can, but from in your bank statement you can't. Bank statement you can't. Even the person who is sitting in the bank also can't. Okay? Except the developer who is built that platform. He can do that. Delete record from where this particular transaction ID is there. Got it? Clear? Most of these people, like Vijay Mallya, these people are deleting their transactions with the help of developers. Clear? That's how. Understand acid properties? What do you mean by acid properties? Atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. all together is nothing but it will make sure everything is going on track or not. Okay, everything is going consistently on track or not. Okay, the next one, how many types of SQL statements we have? 4. What is the first one? DDL, DML, DCL, TCL. So till now we discussed DDL, data definition language, DML also done, data manipulation language. The third one, data control language, we already controlled. The last one, transaction control language, which will help you to control the transactions by writing or by executing some commands. Clear? What are the commands that we'll see now? Okay? And these are the commands that we are going to execute to perform transactions on SQL. Clear? What is the first command? Start transaction. Whenever you are going to pay, there is an SQL statement, start transactions will be enabled on back of your Paytm. Okay? Then only you can open his number and then you are entering some number, like some amount, and you click on paid now, then start transaction will be enabled. Automatically executed. If this is not executed, the transaction will not start. Clear? Start transaction, begin a new transaction. It means you are not doing old transaction, you are going to do a new transaction. And then commit. Once transaction done, commit means save permanently. Commit saves permanently. Okay? You did a transaction, you want that amount come back. It will not come. It already saved. Clear? Until or unless the other person send to you the same amount, it will not come. Clear? Once the transaction done, it saves automatically. Rollback is a command. Rollback is a command. Control Z in SQL. Control Z in SQL. When this will help, for example, you started a transaction. Okay? Suddenly your internet gone. The transaction fails. Amount debited from your account. Now that amount needs to be credited to your account. Okay? It is not received by the other person, but amount debited. In this case, this rollback function will automatically activate. Whenever the transaction fails, it will send the money back to you. Okay? It will send the money back to you. Each and every product when you are buying in Amazon will be having a rollback. Okay? That is the reason when you return that product, your money is getting back to your account. Clear? They will click on rollback. Automatically it will get. Clear? Until or unless you accepted that product, until or unless the 7 days period completed in Amazon, every product will be having 7 days now replacement. Until or unless this 7 days replacement period is over, this rollback will be activated. Whenever you want to return, automatically they will execute rollback, amount will be credited to your account. Understand what is happening on back of that? So this rollback is that one. Control Z in SQL. Save point. For example, save point is nothing but I did some transaction. I'm keeping a checkpoint. Checkpost, you know. For example, from here to Hoganakal, if you want to go, there is a checkpost at Hosur. Hosur checkpost. Checkpost is nothing but everything is going fine or not, it will check. Okay, if nothing fine, roll back. Okay, if your tire got punctured in between, you will come back now. Otherwise, you will go somewhere and you start your transaction after the repair. You start going to Hoganakal once your tire got normal. Clear? So this is what the save point. Giving a check post at particular point. Okay. How many commands are there in transaction? 4. What are there? Okay. Start transaction. If you are not giving this transaction, you can't perform all these things. Okay. Without executing start transaction, you can't perform commit, you can't perform rollback, you can't perform save point. Okay. What will happen if I did not give save start transaction? Permanently auto commit is enabled in SQL. Permanently the records will be saved. Okay, you can't roll back. Even if transaction fail also, you can't roll back. Clear? By mistakenly I have sent some money to him, I can't get back. Clear? So this is the functionality, this is the process is there on back of each and every e-commerce websites. E-commerce websites, you know, every e-commerce website will be having this one. So in my company, whenever I'm executing something, this particular option is the most important one, rollback. If I executed something, if I deleted something, if I updated something, if I click on rollback, automatically it will come back. that query will stops. Rollback means control J, go back one step. Clear? Stop the transaction, go back one step. Clear? That is the reason this is the most important. Even though you started a transaction, you did not give commit, it will not save. Somewhere around it will remove after some time. If you are giving this means to save completely, permanently. Clear? That's what the save point and all. Auto commit in MySQL. If you are not writing any start transaction, if you are not writing any commit, rollback, nothing, automatically it will save. That's how our tables are having data. We didn't write, when you are creating a database, we didn't write anything. We didn't write start transaction, we didn't write anything. That is the reason automatically it will go and store. Permanently it will store. That is called auto commit. It will be there in all the databases. If you want to disable this, auto commit is equals to 1. If you want to enable this, auto commit is equals to 0. Clear? So that's how we worked on this one. When you are giving update statement, insert statement, set SQL safe updates is equals to 0. Like that, set auto commit is equals to 0 means enable it. Auto commit, every time this needs to be enabled, but the developers needs to make sure this should be disabled when you are writing the query. If this is enabled, whatever you are writing, it will go on save. Clear? This will be only disabled for data analyst, enabled for developers. Clear? Developers needs to disable. Analyst needs to enable. Clear? You need to give 0 or 1. You need to give 0. Clear? Go ahead with this. And this is the sequence. Whatever you are doing, I don't care about commit or rollback, but you need to start the transaction with start transaction, and then you need to write whatever the manipulation. So this is our query. Whatever you want to write, you can write. Insert, update, delete. It's up to you. Till now, what we learned with respect to manipulation commands? DML commands, data manipulation. Insert command will manipulate the data. Update command, delete command will manipulate the data. All these commands you can write directly here. Once done, if you give commit means almost it will save permanently. If I give rollback here, it means I want to do control J. Clear? Rollback and commit. The sequence is start transaction, query, rollback, commit. If you don't want rollback, remove rollback, commit. But commit will be after rollback. Okay? Commit will be after rollback. If you give commit after rollback, it will not roll back. Okay? Already you saved it permanently. Why you want to go control J? We should not go now. That's what. And example data set, we have a retail India data set. So these are the tables we have. And commit, I'll show you the practical. Now, we'll go with the practical. You are able to see the screen? Commit or save permanently. First one is, see here, I started with the transaction. Start transaction command, semicolon. See, every transaction command requires a semicolon after that. Okay? This is the major one. You need to understand. Means, start transaction semicolon means that is my query started. My query started. Next, the DML, data manipulation language. Here I am inserting some record into this database. Okay? Insert values into orders. Insert values into orders table. We have orders table. Customer ID, order date, and total amount. I am going to insert. Here I have written customer ID 120. Current date. CUR date means current date. Here, current date. Now of, today of, like how they are, like that. Current date. This is the total amount. I have given semicolon. Once I have started a transaction, I have written the DML statement. Then I need to roll back. I need to give rollback means if this statement is wrong, I can go back to the start transaction. If this statement is correct, automatically it will enable commit. It will save permanently. Then our record will go and sit in the database. Okay. Even after sitting in the database, if you click on the rollback before commit, it will erase the data from the table. Clear? So now I will write here 130. So amount will be 1,50,000. See here, first I need to execute transaction. I need to execute start transaction. My transaction is started. Okay. I need to execute my DML command. So my DML command executed, the value went and sit. Now I need to see whether my value is inserted or not. Okay. For that, what we have a select statement. Select statement we have read. We just execute the select statement. Just go down. See my value 130, and then current date, today's date, and then 1,50,000 inserted. Now I want to click on rollback. Rollback means what? Control Z. Control Z. I'll show you now. Control Z. I clicked on Control Z. Again, I'll execute one more time. Is there my record? It's rollback. Control Z. If I click on commit without rollback, it will automatically permanently save. Clear? It will permanently save. Clear? Most of the people will do mistake here. They will not execute this. See, till now what we did, we selected the entire query and we executed at once. But here, this is separate query, this is separate query, this is separate query, and this is separate query. We need to execute separately. Okay? If you are not starting the transaction, auto commit is on back of it. Auto commit is already on. It will automatically go on sit. Auto commit is already on. Default. It will automatically go on sit. It will not ask you whether I need to roll back or not. Okay? If you are not starting the transaction. If you are starting the transaction means it is asking your permission whether I need to roll back or I need to save it permanently. Clear? Clear, right? So that's what the transactions in SQL. We have different transactions. It's completely up to you. Try it. Okay, the same thing we'll see. Order is saved permanently. See here, multiple transactions. Just now I said, no? 1 minute. Multiple transactions. The last command, save point. Save point we discussed. Save point is nothing but check post. Giving a check post. Check. Full stop. And then continuous sentence. Full stop. Continuous sentence or comma. Breaking the sentence and starting the next. Clear? Start transaction. I want to start the transaction. I want to insert the values into orders. So this is the column names. So these are the values. Once this done, give a checkpoint. Okay? Give a checkpoint means keep it like that. Don't execute. Don't roll back. Hold it. Save point is nothing but hold it with you. Okay? Then save point. Click on this save point. Execute. And then our second transaction. Execute it. If you want, you can give one more save point. It will hold two values. It will hold SP1 and SP2 together. Until or unless you click the commit, it will not execute. Until or unless you click on rollback, it will not execute. That is called save point. Clear? Clear now? Clear? Holding the value until or unless you click on rollback or commit. Clear? See what happened? Here I have mentioned a save point. I executed next query. I did not mention any save point. I did not mention any save point means you can leave it. You can leave freely. But here, hold it. If I click on rollback, whatever it is free, it will be removed. Whatever it is holded, it will be gone saved in the database. Clear? I'm informing my database which value you need to hold, which value you need to leave freely. This value I am not saving anywhere. There is no save point for this value. If I click on rollback, this value will be gone. It will be into recycle bin. And this will be executed the save point. Okay? Instead of clicking on rollback, if I click on commit, both the values will go and it will sit in the database. Understand? So that is what the functionality of transactions. Clear? Clear? Developers, except developers, no one will touch. Because you don't know where you are going to give transactions, where you are going to do what. But you need to understand the concept. Because whenever there is a query execution failed, then you need to understand, okay, because of this query got failed. To understand that, you need to have a knowledge on transactions. Acid properties is the most important interview question. Please keep it in mind. Got it? Clear, right? Any doubts with respect to transactions? So other slides, just go ahead. Okay, roll back what it is. So here, these are the data manipulation commands which will only applicable for transactions. Apart from this, select statement, transactions will not work because select statement is not for manipulating the data, it's for viewing the data. Only manipulation commands insert, update and delete. Only these three only will be applicable for transactions. The remaining delete, drop, create, drop, truncate. These three will not execute. Okay? Clear, right? Clear? See, when you are deleting a record from the specific table, if you give rollback, if you give rollback, you can get back the same data one more time. If you give commit, completely delete. Clear? Every company will be having an option called rollback at the end of the query, because if something miss, everything will miss. That is the reason rollback command. Without rollback command, if you are writing a query, means it will not take only. Clear? Rollback command is default in my database. In every company database, they have an options to give default options. They will give rollback command as a default option. Means whatever you are executing, you can roll back. The data will go and sit in dustbin, like recycle bin. You can again get it back by restore all items. The database again will update it. Okay, that is called transactions. Clear, right? So commit changes, go ahead with this. See, this is the most important. Might be you can get a interview question, commit versus rollback. Okay, it's your responsibility to read all the theoretical. Clear? Save point, it creates a checkpoint, partial rollback, auto removal, long transactions. Long transactions everywhere. He started transaction, checkpoint. He entered amount, checkpoint. He started transaction, he sent amount, checkpoint. The amount received to me, checkpoint. Once my database updated, checkpoint. Everywhere checkpoint. If anything miss, rollback. Again it will go and sit in his data. The amount will again go back to him and keep it with him. My records also will be updated. His records also will be updated. That is called ACID properties. ACID properties will make sure the records will be updated in a proper way or not. Clear? That is called transactions. So common mistakes you are going to do: forgetting start transaction and then use DDL statement. You need to use only DML statement. Okay? Only data manipulation. Insert, update and delete. Truncate will not work. Drop will not work. Create also will not work. And then expecting rollback after commit. After giving commit, you should not give rollback. Before commit only, you need to give rollback. Okay? And then leaving auto commit turned on. Auto commit needs to be turned off when you are working with transactions. Okay? Otherwise, if you forgot to give start transaction, record will be updated. Record will be deleted. If the record updated, you can delete. But what if you are writing DMS statement delete? It will automatically delete. It will not ask you to roll back, even if you write rollback. That is the reason start transaction is mandatory. Important one, start transaction. Clear? So these are the interview questions you can expect on this. Okay. By using delete command, you can roll back. It is possible. By using truncate, rollback is not possible. Got it? So these are the some interview questions. So this is the one-line definition. Transaction is nothing but logical unit of work in the database. Commit is make changes permanently. Rollback, undo changes. Okay. Save point, give a point, check post, checkpoint. And then ACID properties: atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. Damn sure you will learn this question and go, you will get this question in the interview. Okay. ACID properties. What do you mean by ACID properties? What do you mean by CRUD operations? They will ask you questions. Okay. Clear, right? So that's how you need to go ahead with the transactions. Next concept, views.